We want it to be like progress that's sustainable.
Yeah.
And it has to be something that doesn't burn you out.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of The Maximalist. My name is JB. This is my wife.
Hi, I'm Chris.
So if you've stumbled upon this video and you have no idea what's going on, hey, welcome to our dining room / living room. You know, we're just here to talk
everything
about
room.
everything. Yeah, so we're just here to talk about stuff, talk about life. But today we're gonna go straight into it, and we want to introduce something different today. So yeah, if you want to do the honors and
No,
introduce.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. What we're
So
doing.
today, we're doing our first ever challenge. It's not a TikTok challenge. It's not
we
like
can't dance.
Yeah, I wish we could, but we can't.
Yeah.
So our first ever challenge is going to be called 100 Days of Living 100. Now, if you've been watching our show, what is this? Our channel? I don't really know.
Hangout.
Yeah, if you've been watching, period.
Yeah.
You know that we've always been talking about living 100. And that's what we want to do. We want to start talking about 100 days of living 100.
Yeah.
We want to start it. We don't just want to talk about it. We actually want to do it.
That's
so,
true.
what does it mean? Well, watch the previous episodes if you want to catch up for like what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
But if you don't have time or like you're lazy, whatever, living 100 basically means that you're making the most out of where you are right now. It can be in the middle of a hard time. It can be in the middle of a good time. But basically, living 100 means making the most out of where you are. Because we know that people tend to have this view, especially us big dreamers, we tend to think ahead. We live in the future, forgetting that there is a now that we should make the most out of. And
that's true.
You don't want to go to the future 10 years from now and realize that, oh, I haven't lived the past 10 years because I've been thinking about 10 years into the future, right? So the future you were thinking of yesterday is today. Wow, so many. I feel like if you Google search like quotes, that's what I'm saying right now.
You're just killing the quotes.
I'm sorry,
right
it's so stupid. But anyway, so what are we gonna do with this 100 days of living 100? Basically, what we talked about last week, which is doing what you can right now. In pursuit of your dreams, no matter how far they seem. So what we want to do is for 100 days, we want you guys, and we'll do it too, of course. For 100 days, we want you guys to carve out space or time in your day to do what you can. So how does this look like? Let's say you want to start a business. Maybe for 100 days, and you're super, super busy. Like, just to give you a background, we have 2 kids, if you didn't know, which I don't assume you know, because you don't know us. But right now, we have 2 kids under 2. So one's turning 2, the other one's turning 8 months old. So basically, they take up all of our day. We don't have help.
Day, man.
We don't have help. And in the Philippines, it's a common thing to have help. Like, I grew up with help, JB grew up with help, but we don't have help. It's just the way we it's just something we chose. It's the way we want to live our lives, and sometimes it's hard, but I guess it's worth it. So basically, from 7 a.m. sometimes 5, because our 8-month-old is like, wakes up.
8-month-old things.
Yeah, but so from 7 a.m. and for me until like 8:30 p.m.
Sometimes 9. Yeah,
sometimes 9. They take up the whole of our day. So that whole chunk of our time is gone. We can't do anything else because we can't work. Well, if one of us leaves to kind of work, it's possible, but it's hard. So
we're not complaining, by the way. It's just,
No, it's just fact of life. So what I'm saying is, you may be as busy as us, or probably even more, because I know some people really have no time. But let's try to find time. It doesn't have to be like 10 hours. It doesn't have to be like 3 hours. It can be like 5 minutes of your day. And okay, I know what you're thinking. 5 minutes, that won't make any difference. How do you know? Have you tried it? So, just find time in your day for 100 days to do something consistently. Just one thing consistently. And I just want to say, if you're thinking like, because we're talking about doing what you can, and you might be thinking like, I don't have what I need to get to my dreams or like my goals. Well, the thing is, you always have what you need for the first step, wherever you are in life. And I don't say that from a point of privilege, though it may seem like I'm saying that from a point of privilege, but regardless of wherever you are, I just want to say start with what you have.
Yeah.
Maybe it's what is happening?
It almost fell. I'm sorry. I'm having fun with this cheese board.
I know. Okay, I just want to share. This was fall of focaccia earlier, and now it's.
I just had one. What do you mean? You're the one eating before.
Sure. Okay, but anyway, where was I going? You may not have a lot, and maybe your 100 days can
Look
be
how
like.
big that is. Sorry.
Your 100 days can be like. This is why people stop watching at like.
I know that's true. We post
No.
too much about food.
But where was I going?
Something about time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You may not have a lot, but maybe use that 100 days to improve yourself. I don't know, whatever it is that you need. Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Don't try to think like, okay, I need to make 100 million and start computing in your mind. Okay, how do I get there in 100 days? That will overwhelm you and like cement you in your tracks.
Don't kill yourself.
Yeah. Basically, what can you do right now that can compound to bring you even an inch closer to your dreams and start doing that tomorrow, May 15th.
That's the
It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or even 3 hours, whatever works for you. No pressure on that. But what we want to see is consistency, and it's not just you doing it; it's also us doing it. So it's a bit of like putting this out in the world and needing to do it is daunting. But
it's a challenge for us
we
too.
gotta do it. So what you're gonna do, obviously, that, and then you post stories, photos, or videos, or whatever, up to you, about your Living 100 journey. It can be like, have you seen those people posting their workouts every day? So maybe we can release like a little calendar, and you can like put an emoji, X, or whatever. Just just use the hashtag 100 days of Living 100. It'll flash on the screen. So post daily online and tag us. And the only motivation you need actually, usually challenges, in TikTok challenges don't have like prizes, right? Except the possibility of going viral.
We're gonna have a prize.
But anyway, we're gonna have a prize.
Woo, woo.
The only prize you need is probably you getting better in life. But we want to make it a bit more fun, so we're gonna give away, I don't know yet, but stuff from
have a prize.
stuff from Notorious Treats. And if you've tried Notorious Treats, I'm not saying this because I'm biased, but everything is delicious.
It's freaking awesome, man.
Everything is delicious. I'm just, because I make it. But and we're so, what was that?
I don't know. It's just, something just happened outside. But anyway, if you happen to be overseas and you win, we'll figure something out. We'll see what we can do.
Come on over. We'll buy you tickets. Just kidding. But
or we'll come over. Who knows? We'll just bombard your house. But yeah, we'll figure it out anyway. But there will be a prize. So yeah, don't forget hashtag 100 days of living 100. You can post a story. You can post an actual post. You can post a carousel. Whatever works for you.
as long as it's on Instagram.
As long as it's on Instagram and you put the hashtag and you tag the maximalist, we're good. We're straight. So let's do that for the next 100 days starting tomorrow, May 15th. So it's gonna be fun, man. We're also gonna be doing it. So hopefully it gives you a few ideas. And going back to what you just said a while ago, maybe you're here and you're like, hey, I want to be part of this community, and obviously we want you to be a part of it as well. Let's keep growing this together.
You can send us a message. We would love to hear from you.
And you're probably like, hey, so what can I do, man? Like, I don't even know how to start. Like, I'm so bombarded with stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much things happening.
Yeah. Before you go to step 1.
Yeah. Sorry.
Which I know you're going to step 1. I know it's hard to think of like our dreams. Like we've talked about it in the previous episode, and it's like, watch our episodes. Like, how do I get from here to there? And it's easy to not know the steps, obviously. But let's say you want to be a master investor like Warren Buffett. Then look at the habits that he has. It may not be like, because it's easier to think, oh, I need to have like 1 billion, I need to have 1,000, I need to have 10,000. Don't look at the resources, but look at the habits of those people that you emulate. Look at The Rock. What time does he wake up? 4 a.m. Maybe don't wake up at 4 a.m. unless you can.
Unless that's your thing, man.
Yeah.
Go for it.
But look at their habits. Look at what do you call that? Personality traits. I don't know, but just look at those things that make them who they are and try to do their habits.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like maybe try waking up at 4 a.m. and pumping iron for like 2 hours. I don't know if that works for you. But just do it. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's whatever habit these people have, go for it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't Don't try to map it out like, okay, I have to do step 1, step 2. Just do it.
Yeah.
So I just said don't overcomplicate it with step 1, but we do have a step 1, which
we do have a few simple steps just to sort of get you started. You know, if there's something that we always want to do here with the Maximalist is we want to be a catalyst for you to just, you know, get on up and pursue and really pursue, you know, the greatest. Yeah, that's good enough. And really pursue your, you know, your greatest possible life. So yeah, so step 1, like what Chris said, you know, just don't overcomplicate it. Start with what's in your hand now. You know, look at what time you can do it. Once you sort of set that up, you need to define, obviously. You know, I'm sort of like jumping between steps.
Start with step 1.
Yeah, so like step 1, just start with what's in your hand. You define it. You know, what do you want to achieve? You know,
what are you gonna do?
Or what do you want to do in the next 100 days? That'll sort of bring you closer to that goal, closer to that dream. You could write it down. You could, you know, journal it. You could put it in your wall or something like that. Maybe something visual you remember. You could put alarms for yourself. You know, yeah. So go back and as you do that, you also figure out. Though I'm just following, by the way, what we were talking about a while ago with, like, you know, just setting up the time. But anyway, so go. So
if you're wondering why I'm looking at JB in a weird way, we have a flow today and we have specific steps. And he basically went through step 1 to 4 in just that short monologue.
No, I just started with 1. But anyway, so yeah, so not overcomplicating it. Step 1, just define it. You know, figure out the why. You know, obviously, because if there needs to be motivation, basically, there needs to be a purpose or a reason. Otherwise,
there's no point.
You're really not gonna get up and do it. You know, maybe for a little bit, but like something that's worthwhile always needs a little bit of push, a little bit of motivation. So if we're gonna do this for the next 100 days, you know, you need to define it and also figure out why you're doing it. And then lastly is, you know, go into the more practical things. Is now strategizing. Okay, with the next 100 steps, how am I gonna?
100 days.
Oh, sorry, 100. What did I just say?
Steps.
100 steps. 100 days. What am I gonna do now? How am I gonna do these things moving forward? That'll help me achieve.
Yeah. So what's yours?
That thing. So for me, you know, starting May 15th, I am.
Define it.
I just want to commit to being like physically and mentally fitter this year.
Sudoku. I'm kidding.
So if
but I love Sudoku.
I mean, obviously for the people who don't quite know at least the history of my fitness and workout sort of like life. It's always been up and down. Like there's moments where like I would be really committed and then I would like either get hurt or get demotivated. So I would just kind of slump down. I would lose weight, or maybe I would gain weight. So like it's always up and down. I would be really fit and then I'd be like super skinny.
Our test is his jaw.
It's my jaw. So right now I'm back to this sort of skinny,
Because he has a jaw.
Skinny, soft, weird, unfit. Yeah, sorry.
He's still cute though.
So this year I really want to commit to doing it. Not just for like the looks, but just really, you know, I'm getting older. I just want to be healthier and fitter, you know, for the girls, for the family. I want to be able to not be limited with what I want to do physically, you know, if I need to.
That's his wife.
If I need to travel again for work, or if I need to do a lot of things for the kids, for the house, I want to be physically ready to do that. So that's one. And then in connection, like I said, physical and mental fitness. So on the days that I'm resting, so I plan to work out maybe
5 days a week.
5 days a week, and then maybe 2-3 days. I will spend a lot of time, at least if I can.
You can. You have to.
Sorry, I can. I'll plot out the same schedule of my workout. Maybe reading, maybe, you know, just growing myself, you know, like intellectually, mentally, like reading some stuff, reading some books. And later we might offer some good books, you know, like good reads, you know, suggestions later on. You know, she reads a lot. I just sort of got into it, but I'm getting
great. I love that he reads.
I'm getting better. So that's my what and my why, and then how I'm gonna do that, you'll see in the next 100 days, and I'll just start plotting it.
How are you gonna do it?
I'll probably do like a weekly schedule because that works better for me, like especially like with With my work, I always set it up weekly, and then with the little gaps, that's how I would set up, my workouts, my reading, my other stuff. So yeah, I'll just put it up in weeks. I'll set an alarm on my phone. So yeah, that's basically in a nutshell what I would do. But yeah, what about you? What would
kind of forgot. Well, I wanted to do workouts, but I realized I already do that.
Yeah.
Like I do it like
it's not a challenge.
20 to 40 minutes a day, sometimes 10, but hey, it works. And yeah, so that's not what I'm gonna do, although I would love to do it because it's fun. Yeah. But anyway, what I'm gonna do, which I'm really bad at right now, is 100 days of growing my businesses and really committing to it, because I'm someone who always loves novelty. I love doing new things. I'm like, throw me off a cliff, I do it now. Like if someone tells me, oh, we can jump off a cliff, yay, I'll do it. Really. Anything new, I love. I'll do anything once, except drugs. I've never done drugs, just for the record. Don't do drugs, it's stupid. But anyway.
PSA, everybody. From the Maximus.
This is not the mom me talking, this is the fun me. You don't need drugs to have fun.
I'm a fun mom. Sorry. I just remembered, what was that?
I have words that I cannot say on screen right now, but I will whisper to him later. But anyway,
I'm dead after this. Pray for me, everybody.
So yeah, mine's 100 days of growing my businesses. So what I do, I'm what do you call that? Because they call it a financial advisor, but it's not really a financial advisor because we sell insurance. So I'm a life insurance person, but I'm also a financial advisor now because I took this, what do you call that? A registered financial planner course. So which I have to submit my paper to, but
so that can be part of your challenge. Yeah.
That's true. Oh my god. Yes. So yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, see, this is what I do. I do things, I start them, I never finish, just like my bag. But anyway, that's a side story.
You'll know that from the last episode, so you better watch it. It's really fun.
But no, that wasn't in an episode. But anyway, so what I'm gonna do is just really 100 days of growing my business. So one is that financial planning thing. And number 2 is Notorious Streets. Obviously, I've been promoting it for the longest time. But, it started, just to give you a background, it started as a hobby.
Yeah.
Like, we were living in a small condo, 30 square meter with Savvy, our 3-month-old back then.
Yeah.
Just lying down somewhere there. And it was on the same room. I was dropping pants. But I bought an oven because I wanted to make meal prep easier. And I love to bake. So I started baking. I wanted to bake a chocolate chip cookie. And then I wanted to bake him shortbread cookies. But there was this recipe I found online that I super love. But I didn't have the ingredients for it. So I found our stellar product, our breakout product. I sound like an infomercial because I watched infomercials as a kid. I even have a notebook of all the Jack LaLanne juicers.
Wait.
There's more. But anyway, so that's how it started. Basically not having the ingredients and discovering that, oh my god, this tastes so good. And then I put dulce de leche on it and I'm like, oh my god, this tastes even better. And then we put salt on it and I'm like, oh, take me to heaven now. Best
accident ever.
So that's how it started. And I never really saw it as a business, if that makes sense. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh, congratulations on your business. It always felt like something I did for a hobby. But then when the pandemic hit, funny enough, when it started, I was earning quite a good amount from it. More than any... Yeah. Like, there were weeks, for a few months, I was earning about, give or take, like 15,000 a month. A week. Not a month. 15,000 a week, which is pretty good. And I worked like three days a week at that time. And I was pregnant, so I couldn't...
by yourself.
It's just me, obviously, because I can't
bake. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not saying.
I can
I'm not saying because JB can bake. I'm just saying because there was a pandemic and no one can help. But that's not what I meant. But yeah. But I haven't really like put in the effort or the work to really get it started because I've been like, I've been on planning mode and just if you're like me who likes everything perfect before starting, I guess that's why Notorious Streets was such a happy accident. Because I wouldn't have started it if I didn't get that accident. I was just like, oh, screw it, I'm gonna do it. So, I forgot what exact line James Clear said in Atomic Habits, but he says,
here, I found it. Yay!
Oh no, not that one. But
there's another.
Planning is different from doing. Like a lot of us love to plan because it makes us feel like we're doing something. But if you really, because people always say like, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. But if you just plan, then you failed because you haven't done anything about it. So, just it's good to plan, but don't let the perfection of the plan, the need to perfect the plan, hold you hostage. Because I studied marketing, integrated marketing communications, and we talk about customer segmentation and all these things. And that brain that I have coming from that is still like my main brain, if that makes sense. Like that's how I think, and I need to get it perfect. But in that process of wanting to get things perfect, I get nothing done.
You get paralyzed, yeah.
Yeah, like I've been redefining my brand book for like the longest time. So I'm just like, I just need to get it done. I just need to put it out there, and that's it. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's only 2 businesses, right? I have other side jobs, but obviously I'm gonna work on them. But my main focus for this 100-day challenge is to really carve out time for those things. And my why is, well, I need money, but but no, my why, because my biggest why, like we've talked about this, is that I want to be a person who lifts people up from their situations, like changes the narrative of their life, and I don't ever want poverty or the lack of resources be a hindrance to people and their dreams. That's so sad that just because people have no money, they can't live out the life that they were meant to live. And as a Christian, they can't live out the life that God called them to live because they're poor. God, if you're a Christian, or even if you're not, God doesn't want you to live poor. That's not what if you're living in poverty, that's not God's will for you. Not saying that you did anything wrong to deserve that, but there's hope.
Sometimes,
yeah.
Circumstance.
Like us, we're not in the best financial situation. We've been very transparent about that, but we have hope because we know that this isn't God's will for us, and we can get out of here. And that's my motivation. My motivation is obviously number one. I want to come to a point in life where our businesses can sustain themselves, so that we can give to other people. I'm not like BSing you or anything, that's really something that is in my heart. It's really something that I want to do, but obviously I can't give out to other people if I can't take care of my own family. So I want to be able to provide super, super, super well enough for our family through the business. And then give out to other people. Does that make sense? Because obviously I can't give out and then my kids are starving. That doesn't make sense. Which is my number 2 why. I just want to give them a good life. I want to give all of us a good life. I want to travel the world, man. I miss Africa. I know it's COVID, but after all of this is done, I want to go. I'm ready. And and I just want to, and okay, I want to travel, and then I know I sound super fickle, but okay, shut up. I just want to eat good food.
Or put in the chat after the pandemic where you want to go, like what country, what city, and what do you want to eat. I think that would be quite interesting, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we can steal some stuff from you and we'll go there.
So those are I guess that's my why. And then my how is, I don't really know yet. That's why you have time tonight to think about your how. And then, but for me, I think I'm gonna map it out, have certain days, because like it's hard for me to like, okay, for this week, this is what I'm gonna do. I need to map it out specifically, Monday, Tuesday, because again, we don't have a lot of time. So if I spend time thinking about what I'm gonna do on that day, that's already like 20 minutes of my time gone, wasted. So that's it. And then, so that's step 1. Going back, what, why, how. Okay, that's like the summary. And then step 2 is audit your time and set a schedule. We're gonna link a video below that talks about auditing your time by Chris Do, the feature, which is kind of like inspired us to start this. I guess one of the people who inspired us to start this. Oh my God! But
you don't know us, but we'd love to meet you one day. That'll be cool, man.
Yeah. So basically, it's about setting a schedule and auditing your time. Now, why isn't it just setting a schedule? Well, we always say we want to do things. Let's say I want to work out for an hour a day, but you find that you don't have time.
What if your day's full? Stacked.
So what you need to do is audit your day. Basically, what he does in the video is you write down every single thing you do every day.
Per hour.
Yeah, and then you find pockets of time, if you have free time, to actually do the thing you want, or, which is what I love, you take away a few things that are taking up a lot of your time, maybe social media, Netflix. Not saying that you shouldn't watch Netflix, but
But just for this particular...
Maybe not for 4 hours a day, you know.
Or maybe just for this particular challenge.
No,
Right?
but you know, just to be sustainable, it can be like less time, not completely eradicating it. But yeah, because you know, in order for you to add things, you have to subtract things. Yeah, because we have 24 hours a day. It's finite. Yeah. So that's it. Just audit your time. Watch the video. There's a 10-minute video and there's a longer one. So maybe watch the 10-minute one because we're already short on time. But anyway, watch it. So step 2, audit your time and set a schedule. And then step 3,
super
which
helpful.
JB went through earlier, which I'm like so annoyed. But anyway, step 3.
Because you said this before, I said step 1, so it's also slightly your fault.
I did?
So, yeah, you did.
Oh, anyway, whatever. It's his fault. But
it is my fault. So for the newly married people, husbands, just say it's your fault. It helps.
That's not true, okay? I'm a good wife, just saying.
I'm just kidding.
You sound like an evil person.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, go for it.
So step 3 is to track it.
Yeah.
Just to, you know, it's nice to see progress. When you were kids, you know, they gave us stamps like, good job. I don't even know why they were stamps. Why weren't they like
congratulations, star sticker?
Exactly. Why weren't they like nice cutesy tattoos that would last longer? But anyway, whatever. So track it. You know, it's good to see your progress. You can do it on a journal, you know, bullet journaling, Notion, or even maybe like if you're like
something
me,
physical.
who likes old school stuff, maybe like a cork board and then a printed calendar. Yeah, a whiteboard for all you men, I guess. Just like, you know, crossing it off and just so that you can see your progress. It's nice. It'll be exciting.
Yeah.
And obviously track it via Instagram. Share it to the world. Show people what you're doing. Don't be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
And then step 4 is be accountable. So the reason why we're sharing this to everyone is we could have done it ourselves, right?
Yeah.
But one thing my sister always says to us is we're so nice to each other that we don't give each other a hard time. Like, if I slack off, JB will basically just let me slack off because like he's super kind to me. Like, oh, you have had a long day. So what we want to do is to be accountable to you. That's why we're gonna post every day for 100 days.
Yeah.
Sharing maybe our journey, maybe sharing like just photos. I don't know. We'll see what we're gonna share. And you guys, if you can, be accountable to us as well. That's why we have the hashtag, so we can all cheer each other on. And wouldn't it be great if you do it with your friends as well? So don't just do it with us, who you don't know but can get to know.
Yeah, tell your friends, man.
But tell your friends.
Do it with them.
Yeah, that would be so much fun. Earlier today, JB half did a Zoom workout with some of the people from our church, and it was so funny. Because it's fun, like doing a workout, but Savi, of all the days, like she usually is like super chill, wanted to be carried the whole time. So JB was like lifting weights and holding her in one arm, or like
maybe I could send
doing lunges.
Maybe we could put a screenshot of it.
Yeah, it's so funny, but yeah, be accountable. It helps because you know, remember JB saying that it's good to have a why and have a motivation. But I just want to challenge you and say that motivation won't carry you. You need discipline. Even on days when you don't want to do it, you have to do it.
You need those people around you that'll push you and just always nudge you to do it.
Maybe get your mom. Be accountable to your mom. Your mom will give you a hard time, but at least my mom would with her.
Belated Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Thank you.
To all the moms.
You said advance Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, see? So I'm just connecting it.
You know? Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the moms. Yeah.
Shout out to me.
So yeah, be accountable. Have your homies, your chromies, you know, your people with you.
God, we eat so much.
I'm so sorry. I think I mainly ate most of it. But anyway. Yeah, I think it'll be so much fun, man. Like as we grow this community, you know, it's not just fun, but it's also like you get the discipline just from having people to just be on your case.
Not even being on your case, but just it's a nice way to build a friendship, build community, right? Achieving your goals together.
Yeah, you help each other grow. So so with that, you know, just basically the last step, which we just mentioned, just have fun with it, you know, just enjoy it. Always think about, you know, it's all about progress and not always perfection. You know, a lot of people
Quotable quote by JB.
Quote. That's not me.
Stolen from the internet.
We stole that from Google. I don't even know who said that, but it's such a nice reminder, you know.
Talking about practice.
It's all about the journey, not the destination.
Oh, it's also the destination.
It is also about the destination. I'm just quoting something cheesy, But yeah, so I think as we do the 100 days together, I think you'll be surprised as well. Like just maybe see a different facet of yourself. It's like, oh hey man, I'm really like committing to this. This is pretty dope. And yeah, just watch yourself grow. I think that's one of the fun things.
Yeah.
And then when you do have those people with you, you know, your support system, the people you're accountable to, and then they're doing it with you as well. It's also nice to sort of see their progress as well. It's like, oh hey man, that's pretty cool. Like what, you know, like what's
that's
happening?
an idea. Maybe with your friends you can do like an overall tracker, like everyone's progress seen in a table for all of you guys. That would be fun. I'll share like examples. Maybe flash it on screen. I don't know, or maybe post it on Notorious Streets. Well, not Notorious Streets. Oh my God! See, this is me doing so many things.
All the businesses are jumbling together now.
We're gonna post it on the Maximalist. So basically, what's gonna look like names here, dates up here, and then you can see the progress of each and every person. So that would be fun and encouraging, and also like a bit of shame if you don't do it. But yeah. And I just want to say also, make it, I guess, step 6. Make it doable. You know, make it something that you will commit to. Don't do it as a suicide mission, or like, you know, let's say you haven't worked out in a year, 2 years, and then your commitment is like, oh, I'm gonna work out for an hour a day or every day. That's not gonna happen. I'm just being real, because I'm not saying it that you can do it, but for me, you're gonna hurt your body, and then you're gonna be so tired. You're not gonna be able to do it every day. So maybe build up, like doesn't have to be like 100 days of 10 minutes. It can be like 10 minutes, and then 15 minutes, and then 20 minutes, and then, you know,
just
see what happens. Progression. So just make it doable. Don't make it something too big that's too daunting, because that's not what we're after. We're not after like, oh, you gotta hustle hard and do the sacrifice. No, we want it to be like progress that's sustainable. And it has to be something that doesn't burn you out. And you know,
don't regress.
And in saying that, if you miss a day or two, I know we say this sounds like such a bad challenge, right? Like you can miss a day or two, but if you do miss a day or two, don't beat yourself up. Because I used to be a person like I would work out for a whole week, and then if I miss a day, or like if we go out on vacation, when I come back, I feel like the momentum has been lost, and I stop. No, just pick it up where you left off.
Just get back into it.
Just get back into it. But also to challenge you, I go back to James Clear. I saw a post of him. He said that it's okay to miss a day. Everyone does. Everyone has bad days. But don't let the missed days be 2 consecutive days. So get back up.
That's a good challenge.
You know, don't miss more than one day. But if you cannot miss a day, go for it. But if you do need like a day, let it be just a day. And go for it.
So it builds that momentum, it builds that drive, it builds that sort of like inner discipline. It's almost like your body goes on auto once the habit has been set.
Muscle memory.
And going back to James Clear, if you guys are interested, you can check out his book. Something that really helped me also, Atomic Habits.
It's on Amazon.
Super practical, really laid out, just a bunch of things that you can do. And then he was talking about like how you can sort of like plot out your days, you know, how you can adjust certain things.
Oh, it's super helpful.
It's super helpful. So yeah, you guys can check that out. We'll try to put a link also. So yeah, and I'll probably just say I'll say this. Sorry, I'm scratching sorry about that. I'm scratching. Sorry, my hands are like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like summertime, or like ever since we moved to this house, I feel like
the water here is different.
I'm melting. Like
molting.
My hands are like.
I'm melting.
Yeah. Anyway,
his hands are gross.
Not important. So I'm just gonna read this because you wrote this. It's pretty cool. 1 minute for 100 days is better than 1 hour for 3 days. So it's really all about just putting that discipline. Consistently. Don't have a paralysis in analysis. Just trying to make everything perfect. You know, just start. You know, let's start tomorrow, regardless of how perfect it is. Or you may not even have all of the steps set up yet. Just start. You know, find a chunk of time. Okay, I'll commit this particular time to do it, and just go on with it. And over the course of the next few days,
and really set a schedule.
It'll really improve and get better, and you'll see yourself like, oh hey, this is actually getting better, and it's becoming more automatic and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see. I'm ready to watch all of your posts
Me too. That's
So
exciting.
that'll be
Maybe I'll
super
waste time watching everyone's posts and not do my thing. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so we're gonna post ours as well. Don't judge. It's gonna, especially mine. Mine's gonna start. I can already feel it. It's gonna start pretty ugly, but it'll be fun. You know, it's all about just all of us progressing together.
Yeah,
so.
and before I know, because I can sense JB's about to end, but just to help you guys, we'll be posting in the Maximalist a few things we've learned from James Clear's book. Because he talks a lot about environmental something, but basically setting up your environment so that you're able to do the right habits that you need to do. It's really a lot about psychology and the way we think and just practical things. So we'll be posting those on the Maximalist, so maybe you can apply some of those things to what you're gonna do. I'm wondering, should we start May 15? Because we're gonna post about, give them time to define. What do you think? Maybe give them a few days to kind of like.
We can start. Okay, let's check the calendar here. Maybe
maybe a week. Our next episode.
A week after. Really? That's too.
Okay, then
let's do
Wednesday.
19?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, change of date. May 19, Wednesday.
So yeah, just to give you maybe time to prepare.
Yeah, time to prepare, time to think of what you're gonna do and whatever, all of that things. But May 19, we're gonna start.
Let's do it, man. Hump Day Wednesday.
What does that even mean?
I don't even know. It's just because it's Hump Day. It's the middle of the week. So.
I think of humping, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
You said humping. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We're married. It's all good. You guys are grown. You understand. But yeah, Wednesday, May 19th. Let's do it, man. Let's just go straight for it. And even the days prior to that, just do your best to really just set it up.
Yeah, follow along the Maximalist, because we're gonna give out tips, maybe worksheets, templates on how you can do it.
Any resource that we can provide for you just to sort of help you get started on that day, we'll do. And again, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to send us a message. We want to be able to be there for you to get this thing going. So I'm super stoked for this. This is gonna be very fun, everybody.
And scary, daunting.
Yeah,
really.
but let's just do it together. I think the world needs us to just be better. So it's gonna be super cool. Do you have anything else before we end? So once again, my name is JB. This is my wife, Chris. Thank you for tuning in. If you're here for the first time, I hope this made sense to you. Like, oh my god, the first episode I saw.
If it didn't make sense, go back, watch
watch
episode.
all of our episodes. But for everybody else that has been tuning in, thank you for being a part of this community. Let's do this together. Let's live 100, everybody. We are signing off. See you soon. Wednesday 19th. That's May 19th. Let's do it. Love you guys.
Bye.
Peace.